Sun was just starting to bleed through the pines when I rolled out to the edge of town, coffee in one hand, old Bible and beat-up notebook in the other. The air had that Easter Sunday quiet to it, like even the crows knew they ought to hush up for a minute. I parked where the pavement gives up and the red dirt takes over, killed the engine, and just listened. Somewhere a church bell was ringing low, and way off in the distance a freight train was answering back. I thought about all the wrong turns I've taken, all the nights I've spent staring up at a ceiling instead of a stained glass window, and how somehow I'm still here. Still breathing, still writing, still singing stories about people like us, caught between bar stools and altars, highways and home, sin, and something that looks a whole lot like grace. That's when I realized who I was really thinking about. Y'all. The Raven Nation. The outlaws, the misfits, the broken but still fighting family that somehow found its way to these songs. So I'm standing out there in that quiet with this book full of red letters and this notebook full of black ink, and it hits me how Easter was never about perfect people. It was about busted up folks, scared folks, folks who had failed hard and thought the story was over. It was about a stone that everybody swore would never move, suddenly rolling out of the way. Tell me that doesn't sound like half of us who ever tried to crawl out of addiction, bad habits, bad relationships, or the weight of our own mistakes. I pictured one of y'all driving a beat-up truck down some back road this morning. Maybe on your way to church, maybe on your way to work, maybe just trying to outrun your own thoughts with the windows down and the volume up. You got outlaw country, southern rock, maybe a Doc Raven track rattling the doors, and underneath all that noise there's this small, stubborn hope that maybe you get a second chance. Maybe you're not too far gone. Maybe there's still a way back from the valley you wandered into. Here's what I want you to hear from me this Easter, from the dirt roads of Georgia to wherever you are. If you're still breathing, the story ain't finished. I don't care what they called you, what you did, who walked out, or how many times you've tried to climb out of that hole and slid right back down. The same God that rolled a stone away can roll the weight off your chest, off your record, off your past. Sometimes he does it loud with a miracle, and sometimes he does it slow. One honest step, one hard conversation, one midnight prayer at a steering wheel at a time. And in the middle of all that, that's where the Raven Nation lives. We're not the shiny Sunday school picture of faith. We're the folks with scars up our arms and ghosts in our rear view, who still somehow believe there's an outlaw heaven big enough for people like us. When you stream these songs, share a post, scream a chorus at the top of your lungs, you're not just supporting some artist on a screen. You're building a little outlaw congregation out here between the church and the honky-tonk. So this Easter, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for riding with me when the streams were low and the voices were loud. Thank you for turning heartbreak into harmonies, for turning your own pain into messages, comments, and DMs that remind me why I picked this guitar up in the first place. You're the reason Raven Wolf Studios stays lit after midnight, the reason Doc Raven Media keeps pushing without waiting on Nashville's permission. If you're gathered around a table today, hug your people a little tighter. If you're alone, know you're still part of this flock. If you're out on the road, look out at that sunrise, and remember, even the roughest outlaw road can still lead home. And if all you can manage is a whisper, God, if you're real, don't give up on me yet. That's enough to start cracking the stone in front of your own tomb. From my little corner of Georgia to every corner of the Raven Nation, happy Easter. May your coffee be strong, your faith a little stronger, and your next chapter brighter than anything that tried to bury you. I'll keep writing the soundtrack for the in-between places, between Friday's cross and Sunday's sunrise, between your worst mistake and your wildest redemption. I love you guys and thank you all for riding with me through it all. And let's make the future even brighter. So, stay free, stay faithful. I'll see you in the comments, in the crowd, and in the next song. Remember, stay outlaw.